Okay, here's the truth about starting your own online business that I bet no one has ever told you before. And that is that it was never a one-size-fits-all situation. And honestly, if you think something is going to be an overnight success, you will probably end up giving up before you even get started. Okay, so here's the truth about starting your own online business that I bet no one has ever told you about. And that is that it's never, Okay, so here is the truth about starting your own online business that I bet no one has ever told you. And that is that it is never a one-size-fits-all situation. And honestly, if you think something is going to lead you to overnight success, you will probably give up as soon as you start and before it even starts to work. Trust me, I have been in the same situation and I have expected to invest in coaching and miraculously, sorry about that, for myself to have the same success as the mentor. And in some ways, yes, that can happen, but you also need to put in the work. For example, I have just been part of a community. I am still in it, but I am coming towards the end of my mentorship. It's been 6 months, and the whole purpose of me investing in this particular mentor was I needed to grow my personal brand. I really obviously want to get myself out there as a remote sales coach and build more of a community like he's done, which he's doing amazing, so hard, really love him, and I've loved being part of the community. But weeks have gone by, I'm supposed to be with his recommendations, it's like posting on YouTube, posting reels on Instagram, XYZ. And you're like, wait, why am I not growing? Why am I not having this snowball effect where I am experiencing the same success? I have not been consistent on YouTube. I have not even been consistent on Instagram. And now I'm coming towards the end of my mentorship. And 2 weeks before, I'm like, I'm gonna post every day on YouTube for 30 days. I was going probably posting 2 or 3 times a month for the rest of the mentorship. But now that I'm coming towards the end, my God, I'm on day 11 of 30. And this is like true ADHD style. Like, I know that it's about to run out, so I'm putting my all into it. And I could have bet any money that this would happen as soon as I invested in this 6-month program, but here we are, and fingers crossed it pays off. But even now, I've gone through this whole process of feeling not as motivated as I would have liked, because when I'm posting these YouTubes where I feel like I'm giving all this value, I am getting like 2 views. But what I've managed to do, sorry about the dogs, I rescued a dog in Bali because that's where obviously remote sales ends up there for a bit, and she's on a play date with my family dog right now, which is a bit crazy. But anyway, I digress. So I could have bet you that this was going to happen, and now I am flicking the switch. That is a lot easier for me to remain consistent with posting and follow all of Sol's recommendations, because I'm like, okay, wait, I've not done exactly what I should be doing. I need to be doing that now. And instead of thinking about it like, oh, I'm only getting 2 views or it's not reaching the right people, I'm thinking, imagine if those 2 views are girls that are trying to break into the remote sales space. They're thinking, what can I do as a side hustle? They're thinking, will working remotely or working for myself ever be an option for me? And ultimately, when you have an online business, you're thinking, will people trust me? And I've just completely flipped the switch on what I thought was, okay, I have to get viral, I have to have loads of views to be successful. Whereas now I'm like, what if those 2 people are the people that want to trust me, that they want to work with me, and I can help them? Because I've been there. I know how daunting it is to invest into these coaches, into like mentors. And the reason I actually went with Sol is because we had mutual friends in Bali and they'd been shouting about success. And after meeting with him, I obviously went on his YouTube and got to know him a bit better. And that was really how I ended up into his program. And I haven't regretted it at all, because I'm part of an amazing community. I have regretted the fact that it's taken 5 months for me to really zone in and lock in, but I'm here now and that's what matters. But I think it is all of a mindset thing, because you can't expect overnight success just because you've paid for something. And it's exactly what I've seen time and time again with girls from my academy. And they want to have the same success as I had, where I was leaving my 9 to 5 and handing in my notice after 6 weeks. And I've had girls come through my academy and do it even faster than I did. But I've also had girls where it's taken a lot longer for them to actually have that success and be as confident with their clients that they can hand in their 9 to 5. And it all comes down to how much work they're putting in to actually practice, to hone the skill, to have that confidence, go-getter attitude. And just, you do have to have a different mindset when you approach your own online business. And it's not comparing yourself to others. It's more just tunnel vision of, I'm going to do this because I know that this will help me towards my end goal. And naturally, if someone's putting in the work and they're using all of their spare time to practice appointment setting, they're following my, like what I suggest to do specifically, then they will more likely attract a client before someone who is very blasé, like thinking that one's going to fall into their lap. And everyone knows that, because I do often say, okay, this is what you need to do and this is how you will get here. But let me know any further support. And it's really just about holding people accountable, which is why I am such an advocate for mentorship and actually investing in people that are where you want to be and them supporting you on this journey. Because you might be really blasé and then suddenly think, like me, shit, I've only got a certain amount of time left. So I've been peppering him for one-to-ones, which I wasn't really doing when I was on my Euro summer trip. I was just very blasé. And yeah, it's just a learning curve. It's not even a learning curve, because I could have told you this was going to happen, but my whole way of learning is really connecting with other people, learning from their experience. And it's just that mindset shift. It just takes a minute to think, wait, I should no longer be looking at what they're doing. I need to look at what I'm doing, and am I actually doing myself any favors right now? And that's like been my month where I'm like, this is going to completely switch around, because instead of just looking at service delivery, I do need to be putting myself out there. I do need to be doing exactly what I said I was going to do with a personal brand. And at the end of the day, it's going to help my whole community, because I'm putting myself out there to the world as someone that can help them with remote sales, whether it's a client that wants to onboard a setter, that wants to have time back and actually not have to worry about qualified leads, or it's going to be the setters that are looking for those clients who have come to me. So it's all a nice big triangle, and it's genuinely what I enjoy. So I just need to keep persevering. We're on day 11 and I'm going to get to day 30 at least of posting daily on YouTube, but I can't believe it's taken me 5.5 months to actually take Sol's advice. So thanks, Sol. So ultimately, what I'm trying to say is, building an online business takes time. You can't expect to just be an overnight success. You really need to work at it and stop comparing yourself to others, because although you can get advice and mentorship, you need to go into every opportunity strategically and actually thinking about your end outcome. So like for me, I want to build a community where I'm not only helping setters, but I've also got clients coming to me and I can help facilitate a relationship with a setter. And what I need to do now is obviously build a personal brand where people know that's what I'm doing. But when I think back to being an appointment setter, then I had to be careful with who I worked with, because at the end of the day, that's how you're spending the majority of your time. And you do want to know that you are working with someone that you enjoy, you're in an industry that you enjoy, you can actually learn from them, you can grow with them, you can obviously get great commission. So it's all about thinking, what is my individual path and what is the outcome that I want to drive, and then going to get it. You can't just think, oh, I've invested in Rachel's training, I'm going to do exactly what she did, because what do you want to come out of it? And then we can get you there and do a structured strategy. So for instance, with me, Sol did advise me, he did give me all the accountability in the world. And yeah, I'm just very ADHD, so it had to be towards the end that I was really locking in. But ultimately, I've been spending the last 6 months going to all of these coaching calls, learning from other entrepreneurs, and now it's the time to really implement it, but for my own business. And I'm honestly really excited for the time ahead. I'm going to really miss the community, but I think that I'll probably join again soon. But you just need to stick it out ultimately and find your own personal rhythm, because that is going to be how you build freedom on your own terms and how you can have a successful online business. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe. I feel like that was quite deep and emotive. It was a bit of therapy for me, but day 11.